Welcome back to the Real Frame Reviews. I'm Scott, and today we are reviewing Steven Soderbergh's new film, Unsane. I always want to say unseen when I do this. I almost said it to the lady that was giving out the tickets, and now I almost said it here. But it is indeed Unsane. This movie stars, Foy, what is her name? Claire Foy, and this dude from the original Blair Witch Project, Joshua Leonard, and a really new guy, I think. I don't remember seeing him anywhere else. Jay Farrow, who I thought was actually pretty hilarious in this movie. It's about Claire Foy's character, who's a young lady who has just recently moved into a new job and has a hard time getting over a supposed, or a stalker. I'll get to that later. A stalker, and she sort of has a relapse and has to go into, I guess, sort of a mental health institute, and gets kind of unknowingly admitted into this mental health institute, or what you think is unwillingly admitted. It's part of, one of the different angles to look at. Soderbergh, who did Traffic, I believe. Did Soderbergh do Traffic? Soderbergh did Traffic, Aaron Brockovich, Solaris, and many other great movies. Helms this one as director, and he has done this movie with an iPhone 7, I believe, and a couple different lenses, and I don't really know what other format he's used to fix all the stuff, but that's what he went with, and you can notice it. You can tell. In the beginning of this movie, I was enthralled. There were some really, really sweet angles. There was one sweet motion vector from up on the ceiling leading straight out the door, which was really insane. Otherwise, they used really tight angles. There were some fisheye lenses used. There were some scenes where it was really nice wide-angle lenses. You could see everything. When she was on a park bench, it kind of adds a little bit to this paranoia that she has, that everybody or somebody has been watching her, and now everybody's watching her. And I thought it was great because there's just ample depth of field, and you're just able to see everything that she sees. And I thought that was really great, really unsettling. And then Soderbergh gets really tight and close to her, boxing her in. And I thought that was really well done. The issue that I had, I'll just throw this out there because it's on my mind, is that I didn't understand what was going on in the beginning. I thought, and based on what the trailers say, is she or isn't she insane, right? And there is a sequence in the beginning where I'm like, okay, this girl is like mental. I don't understand what happened. I think I missed something actually in the beginning that made me think of her a different way than maybe we were supposed to think. And I don't know that for fact. I'd have to rewatch it again. But not giving anything away, something happens, it threw me off, and then the whole time after, I was thinking about the trailer saying, is she insane or isn't she? And I was thinking the whole time, like, okay, this girl's whacked, right? But what it does is it starts to send doubt in your mind. And I wasn't able to connect what was happening in her backstory to what happened in the beginning until later on, and I'm still not convinced that that actually is a connection. Again, I'd have to rewatch it just to make sure, to double check. If it is, it's brilliant. If it isn't, this is where I kind of sit right now, it kind of leaves me a little empty at the end, and I don't know how much I feel about that. I don't feel really great about that. As for the acting, like I said, man, Claire Foy puts on a clinic. She, no pun intended again, but she is phenomenal. Oh my God, did she take over some of these some of these scenes in this ward, and it is unbelievable. It is really really good stuff. And then, like I said, Jay Farrow, I absolutely loved in this movie. The dude from Blair Witch Project, Joshua Leonard, he is creepy as hell. It's great. So once she gets admitted into this hospital, you have to sort of figure out, is her stalker actually in there? And now I'm not giving that away because that's in the trailers. So that was no giveaway. And I've been researching this after and really kind of looking about what main themes Soderbergh wanted to get across. And like I said, I was missing it. And that's one thing, I don't know if that was just me. Maybe accidentally tuning out some things, or if it was really that hard to pick up on. But after reading about it, I'm thinking to myself, wow, that is pretty good. That is a really nice theme that I missed. So if I'm going off of what I saw based on what other people saw, and I can understand what other people saw, then I got to rate this movie a little differently. But from what I'm seeing, I still love the hell out of the acting. I think what Soderbergh was doing with the iPhone and stuff, I thought that stuff was great. As for the whole story itself, there are some nitpicks that I have, and maybe not even nitpicks. They were kind of things that they kind of pissed me off almost, is that she is put in there for 24-hour surveillance under her own accord because she signed papers. So logic would have you think, okay, if I don't do anything to attract attention, I'm out of here in 24. Well, that doesn't happen. And the first thing that happens to keep her in longer is, okay, I get it. It's the start of the paranoia. I get it. That's good. But after that, she just keeps ratcheting it up, doing the same shit. And then they're pulling her aside, giving her a shot, tying her to a bed, like all this shit. And it's like, when are you going to learn to stop doing that? That doesn't make sense in this area. Do not do that, because they will get you for it. And then you won't be released like you want to be released. So it's like, I really don't understand, like, why does she keep doing this stuff? The ending for me is that I don't ever feel real peril for her. They slip in some comedy here and there, which is good. It makes it a little bit lighter. But towards the end, I don't really feel like she's in danger. And I think that's what sort of halts the movie. Because like I said, the beginning, the first act, I was definitely involved in. The second act, when they go into the ward, I'm like, I'm committed. No pun intended. But the third act is like, okay, I was expecting something more. I don't know, maybe a twist or something that left you a little bit uneasy on whether or not she is insane or is not insane. And actually, I thought there was one point in the movie where it could have taken a stance, or at least led us down a different direction. And it happened, and it didn't happen. It was there. It was on the table for about 10 seconds. I'm thinking, oh my God, no way this is going to happen. And then they sort of just punked out. And not to say that that's how I would want it to end. They do leave you in a way that you're kind of uneasy maybe, but I just was hoping to see a little bit more towards the end there. So for me, sitting right here where I am, I'm teetering on a 2.5 and a 3. So I'm going to go a low end 3 out of 4. Once I see it again, I think I'll be able to really make a good decision, whether it's a solid 3 out of 4 for me, or maybe if it does drop down to that 2.5. Because like I said, I have my doubts that was supposed to be connected, but I can't be certain. So I will definitely give this one a 3. I'll go with most of the critics right now who are giving it, I think it's at a solid 79% on Rotten Tomatoes. It was a 3 out of 4 on Roger Ebert. But yeah, there was a lot of good discussion about this film that I enjoyed reading up on. So go check that out. Go check out Unsane. Check it out. Go and have an idea about what's going on, and then we could talk about it. So I know if I'm insane or if I'm unsane, if that's even a word, but whatever. Like, subscribe, comment, check it out. We got more coming. I'm going to hopefully do a couple of If You Ask Me's. Netflix's The Little Prince, and maybe Holes live action, baby. Don't know if there's an animated Holes, but Holes live action Disney for you, maybe coming down the river shortly. Thank you.